Okay, so at this point here, this is the back box. I've already done a black metallic on them, and I dry brushed a light silver over the top, and then used doorstone grey on the bases. And there I was just adding another oil wash. Now these are some bat swarms that are already done, so the bat swarm itself is black, and then here I'm just adding the grey doorstone around the base again. So this is all trial and error at the moment. It's getting used to the camera, seeing how this works with the audio. Again, this looks slightly out of focus, but this should be a lot quicker video. This is roughly about 18 minutes, but I'm obviously painting 8 miniatures at once here. So I then use a fluorescent blue, which goes into the bottom area around the swarm. It's kind of darkish blue cloud because it's obviously straight over the top of black. And in a minute I use a lighter blue, which is skink blue. It's actually more of a dry brush, but I just watered it down a bit, added it onto the top. And I'll just stop it there. So as I just mentioned, I'm now using the skink blue just above the fluorescent blue. They mix in together, it's fine. And I'm not sure if I recorded it or not, but there'll be a null oil wash going over that one as well. So we're now back to the back dots. So centre chest area, just painting up with a yellow, and that's Flash Gits yellow, going into the centre chest areas. Really need to work out the focus. I've changed the sort of setting slightly as well here. I think before it was sort of doing pictures nearly every half second, and I've slowed it right down. But again, it's the focus. Every time I move my hands up and down, I've really got a habit of sort of moving the miniature about while I'm painting. I think it's just the speed thing. I see a lot of dirt and grime on my hands, and the slight skin complaint I've got. Anyway, that's another story. I think I'm on to the fourth one here. Nope, the fourth one's here. I believe at this point I'll find out in a minute. I'll just watch it and then I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. So this should be me hopefully dry brushing ceramic white, but as I say, I keep moving everything out of shot slightly. Yes, it is. It's me dry brushing ceramic white across the base. The thing is, I've got a computer slightly off to the side, so I have to keep looking to see where the camera was. I may next time put the computer screen right in front of me behind the camera, so I can sort of look up every now and again and just make sure I'm in shot. So after I've dry brushed the ceramic white everywhere, I then not quite do a full circle of ceramic white around the edge of the base. Although you see me in a minute, I put a little bit too much white on and I had to swipe a bit off. I think it's just me just trying to get the camera shot right again. Yep, a little bit too much white for me there. Take some off. Start again. really do need to work out how to focus this camera. I might be better off with the camera higher up. It just depends how much of my dining room table you want to see. And at the moment it's covered in stuff. So, finishing up with the ceramic white here. As I said, dry brushed the Doorstone grey base after it had the null oil on it. And then just a quick, almost complete circle of white on that edge. I believe at this point, did I go back to the grey or did I go to the silver? Nope, went to the silver. So the silver was a scale colour. It's, I believe that's speed metallic. I can't quite read because the label's starting to wear off. Yeah, scale metallic paints are probably my favourite. The only other one I love a lot is the model metallic air one from Vallejo, the black metallic. Don't mind using gunmetal, but I really do like black metallic. And then adding a bit of silver to it if you want the gunmetal anyway. So a few frames here of me just slightly edge highlighting some of it. The head and the shoulder pads though, pretty much full on lighter silver. Again, I've pulled my hands out of shot, sorry about that. You'll look up in a minute and realise. Or if you're going to end up staring at my thumb for about another 5 frames. That was me just putting a little bit of dark metallic back in the eye socket. And a bit of unwanted silver had gone. See, from what I could see a minute ago, it looked like it was in focus, but now it's out again. Okay, so I'm just going to let this run through at the moment. All I'm doing is just the silver highlights all over the different areas. Okay, so a bit of silence there. All I'm doing here is just going back round the base ring with the doorstone grey. So it leaves just a tiny bit of white around that edge and the original grey underneath. This is what I actually did for the heroes. When it came to doing the villains, I actually put a black ring around the bottom rather than a grey one. Now, I haven't got too much longer left on this video. Again, as I said, it seems to be focusing more on my hands rather than the miniature, so I really do need to sort that out. Okay, so we're now adding the black edging around the Batman symbol on the chest. I think I did keep looking up the camera here and trying to get this in focus. I was conscious of the video going on, me trying to get it in focus and trying to paint and holding the miniature at a weird angle for me, because normally I'd hold it facing me, so I had to sort of try and hold it flat, if that makes sense, so that I could try and get it on the camera. So again, I was having a bit of an issue trying to work out, see, there you go, trying to work out where it is. Now for me, on the screen I was looking at, it looked like it's in focus, but obviously here you can see it clearly isn't, so apologies again, but it gives you some idea of how I'm doing things. So finally here, I've actually got it in focus. It's a shame it's taken about 18 minutes to get there. I actually made a couple of little mistakes on there which I tightened up about 2 seconds after stopping it. Just a tiny little bit of black that had gone into the yellow that I didn't like. It can be quite picky sometimes, although it doesn't look like it's there. And I added a tiny little bit of white to the eye sockets before they were varnished and finished. So the bat bots didn't really have a lot to them, about 6 or 7 colours of that. And then I went back to the swarms, and this was me, as I said, just adding null oil to them. And this is where I'll stop it for now, and I might record the rest of the bat swarms on the end. Okay.